Hello, this is John Piper with the weekend video report on Saturday the 15th of October. Starting with Bitcoin as usual. Basically we've got this, it's almost flatlining I suppose, Bitcoin at the moment, but this could be wave one of the fifth wave. We had the sort of third wave down here, fourth wave, so one of five. This thing here could be two of five. The five here is slightly confusing, in which case we could see a third wave decline coming in. That could be quite sharp, I guess, but there's support around 15,000. But if we did see, we actually cleared the air, I think it would be quite a helpful thing, just to see a bit of a sell-off, five-wave form to complete this big correction, and then a key low coming in, say between 10 and 15, and then the market could rejuvenate. But I can't see it doing much going up to the upside until we have a clearer low, which we haven't got at the moment on Bitcoin. Ethereum a bit more positive with the five waves here, ABC here, but then we're just again flatlining here. I mean, Bitcoin does, as I suggest it might do, then I suggest Ethereum might well do the same. So it could be this is actually a fifth wave of some description, but it doesn't look much like it. I think it could be a 1-2, 1-2 with a third coming in, but again, it's not much to go. I can't say that what I'm saying is very high probability because the patterns are rather obscure, but a clean out to the downside might be the best thing for the market, allowing it to then build a base and thrust on upwards at some point going forwards. Gold, well, no change of opinion here really. We're still heading downwards really, which is quite surprising, as I've been saying before. I think it could be a 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 3, perhaps 4. I don't know, it's a bit of a mess really, but I mean there's no sign of this looked pretty good as an important low. There's a daily chart, it's kind of a slightly shorter term chart. As I said, this looked promising, but it's more like an A, B, C at the moment. And this is quite a big decline, so with a possible 5 actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, I think we're probably going to see new lows on gold as well at the moment, or going forwards, I should say. Ditto silver. We never saw this fifth wave, which looked quite promising for a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, but then the 4 just kept on coming. Again, I rather think we'll take this low out. Really, it looks quite likely, having got so close that we're going to go probing lower still. So again, hopefully we'll see a good base. I mean, same applies to. All the four markets I looked at so far: Bitcoin, Ethereum, gold, and silver. Firstly, also heading down. I guess with the threat of war, etc. At the moment, markets are unliable to get too positive until these things have been resolved in one way or the other. But again, new lows can't be ruled out. Looking into a shorter-term chart to see what the form we have here. That's 30 minutes. Going to 5 minutes. There's a possible 5 though, I guess. Not a very clear 1-2, but that could be 3, sort of 4 to there, perhaps 5. I can't say it's very high probability because of this mess here, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This becomes an ABC, then I guess there might be some kind of potential for some kind of rally, but I'd rather wait to see that develop further before getting too excited about it. The DAX has similar action with a possible 1 here, I guess. A, B, C, a decent spike there. So we could be seeing the beginnings of that third wave up, perhaps. I mean, it's all, again, I wouldn't give it a very high probability right at this precise point in time. Bit of a solid spike against this peak here. So I think the market's pretty nervous, to say the least. And I mean, any kind of bad news could easily make it plunge down quite easily, I'd have thought. Especially with the situation, obviously, in the Ukraine with the threat of nuclear action. So a difficult time, really, one way and another. Let's have a look at the Nasdaq. Bit of a spike here again, but again, it's being retested. So. I mean, there's a potential, I guess, but the wave count says this could be a third wave coming in, so it may not last long this low. I mean, the trend is still clearly down at the moment, quite obviously on these markets. Well, there are also a bit of a base here, a decent spike here, obviously, but we've got resistance here, which is proving a bit tough. Again, it may well be news-driven, given the situation we find ourselves in. I mean, we can build a base, and we could see quite a decent rally. Let me just expand this chart. Look at 6 months worth of action. So we had these failures here, and this could be a 1, 2, 1 of 3, and the third of a third could be coming out. We've been talking about expiry, and the third Friday is this coming Friday. If this was, the third of a third would come in now, that would suggest fairly fast action almost immediately. Maybe expiry is not so relevant this in this situation, but obviously we can build a base here. Then this could be a 1, 2, 1 with a bigger 2 perhaps, and then some kind of more gentle decline coming in, accelerating after expiry next on Monday week. Well, the expiry is on this coming Friday, with the Monday following is when the action can speed up. That's all for today. If you found that interesting, useful, back to the report on Tuesday. Have a great weekend. Thanks for listening, and bye for now.